My name is Megan, and I'm with Shifting to Soar. Today, I'm here to bring you day 2 of your 12 days of quick tips. Today's tip is all about using tactile surfaces to teach reading and how to make it fun. It can scare teachers sometimes to use tactile surfaces when teaching reading because it can be expensive, be a lot of prep, and also cause a mess. But I'm here to tell you that there are fun, engaging, inexpensive, and not messy ways. Take a look at this video to get a few ideas that you could implement in your classroom right away. The first tactile surface we have for you when teaching reading is a sand or salt tray. So right here I have a small pencil box that originally I used to store dice in. And what I did is I just put in some fine salt. You could also use sand. And then students use their fingers, their middle index finger, and the pads of their finger probably works the best to write letters or letter patterns in the sand or salt. So you could say, write me the letter A, and the students have to use their fingers to write the letter A. Erase. Okay, now write me the letter that makes the K sound. Oh, okay, so this one has the letter C or the letter A. Go. Another inexpensive tactile surface you could use when teaching reading is to use glitter or sandpaper. A lot of craft stores will have cheap scrapbooking paper that has different types of textured surfaces, so you could always grab some of that. If you have sandpaper lying around your house, you could use that as well. There's also different variant of grains for sandpaper that makes it a little bit more interesting as well. So when you want your students to practice writing letters, sounds, words, patterns, whatever it is that you're practicing, have them lay a piece of white paper over it and use a crayon to trace. So let's say you're working on the SH sound. So as the students are writing, they have a textured, it'll be like kind of a bumpy surface as they're writing, and it kind of creates that fun tactile way to practice. Shh. When students are done writing, you can have them remove and then practice again, writing over it. Same thing goes with even more bumpy surfaces. Let's say you want your students to write a word. You could have students, as they're writing the word, sound out the sounds they are writing. And then remove the sandpaper, and students can rewrite over it to practice again. Cat. Another inexpensive tactile surface you can create when teaching reading to your students is to create a sensory bag. These are fun for all students. Take a Ziploc bag, go ahead and put some hair gel. Inexpensive hair gel will work just fine with some food coloring. You can make these pretty and add some glitter or sequins. And then it's a fun way for students to kind of feel as they're reading. When you're creating the sensory bags, you can go ahead and tape using packing tape at the top to kind of create a better seal and make sure all of the air is out as best you can. Now, when using the sensory bags, I like to tell my students to kind of smooth out the surface as best they can. You really don't need a whole lot of hair gel and food dye inside of your bag. Right, so once they kind of have like a smooth surface, then you can go ahead and practice whatever skill it is that you're practicing. So the same thing kind of goes with the sand salt tray, or even with the sandpaper and crayon exercise. You can also do the same with this. So we're working on the sound SH. Please write the letters that make the sh sound. Okay, so students use the pads of their fingers to go ahead and write the letters that make up the SH sound. This next tactile surface takes a little bit more prep, but it can be a really fun and creative way to teach letters, letter patterns, and sounds to your students. So these are do-it-yourself tactile letter cards. You can find tons of videos of these on YouTube if you are interested in seeing some ways that they're made. But essentially all it is paper cut into flashcard sizes, glue. You could use Elmer's glue. You could use hot glue, whatever kind of glue works for you. And using various craft supplies such as pom-poms, pipe cleaners, beads, you can create letters or letter patterns on these flashcards. And so then when students are practicing with a specific letter or letter pattern, they can trace with their finger the letter and then say the sound as they're doing it. So here's the letter B. Okay, we've got the letter K. Ooh, feel the difference. K. So this is just a fun way to kind of get your students a little bit more excited about learning a new letter, especially those students that may be struggling with their letters or their letter sounds. This is just another engaging way. And like I said, it does take a little bit more prep, but once you have, a set of cards, you just keep those cards in a stack and use them for your small groups, and it works out year to year. All right, now that you know a few different ways that you can implement tactile surfaces in your classroom, the next step is up to you. We'd love to hear from you. What kinds of ways are you going to implement tactile surfaces in your classroom when teaching reading? Or do you already have something that you love to use that you want to share with others? Go ahead and tell us, because we'd love to hear from you.